For needs to fight Teofimo first, and then we'll see, right? At the end of the day, like I said before, I'm not asking for that fight. They wanna make that fight because it's a payday, obviously, but I don't want that fight. I think.
At 36 years old, Terence Crawford is focused on legacy-defining fights, and a potential showdown with Canelo Alvarez stands out as the most significant opportunity. Crawford is eager to take on the challenge, aiming to solidify his place in boxing history with this high-stakes encounter.
The Nanches.
Tell him we going for Canelo next.
Yes.
Let's
go. Canelo, come on.
You heard it from him.
Terence Crawford has been eyeing the showdown with Canelo Alvarez for months, believing it would be the ultimate way to solidify his reputation as one of the best fighters of our time. With Canelo's camp finally agreeing to the fight, the anticipation has reached a fever pitch. Crawford, fresh off a career-defining victory over Errol Spence Jr., is determined to leave his mark on boxing history. Crawford's recent performance against Spence showcased everything that makes him exceptional. From the opening bell, it was evident that Spence, who Crawford once considered his biggest threat, was no match for him. Crawford displayed a masterclass in accuracy, power, and re-intelligence, systematically breaking down Spence. He dominated the fight, winning every round before stopping Spence in the ninth, making history as the first male fighter to become undisputed in 2 weight classes in the era of 4 belt competitions. Now with Canelo Alvarez, a fighter 3 weight classes above him, Crawford sees an opportunity to achieve even greater success. Canelo is arguably the biggest star in boxing, and a victory over him would not only elevate Crawford's status, but also further his legacy. Crawford isn't seeking easy wins or smaller challenges. He is laser focused on being recognized as the best. A fight with Canelo offers him the chance to prove his mettle against one of the sport's giants. As Crawford prepares for this monumental clash, fans and analysts alike are eager to see if he can replicate his previous success against a formidable opponent like Canelo, further cementing his place in boxing history. This potential matchup promises to be one of the most significant fights in recent years.
He wants to fight, he's made it clear. Do fights like that help your legacy, or do you feel like that's something that's not worth it to you?
Everything in my career, every fight make my legacy different and better. No, Terence Crawford is a great fighter, he's a good fighter, but like I say, he's a weight classes for.
In the ever-evolving world of boxing, few matchups have generated as much intrigue and speculation as the potential clash between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. As both fighters are at the pinnacle of their careers, the stakes couldn't be higher. At 36 years old, Crawford is laser-focused on legacy-defying fights and a showdown with Canelo. A fighter who operates 3 weight classes above him could solidify his status as one of the greatest boxers of all time. However, the path to this monumental bout has been fraught with challenges, particularly on the part of Canelo, who has shown reluctance to face Crawford. Despite Crawford's impressive resume and skills, Canelo has often downplayed the significance of the fight, suggesting that a victory over a naturally smaller opponent wouldn't carry the same weight in terms of his legacy. Canelo, who primarily competes at 168 pounds, views Crawford, who last fought at 147 pounds, as not being in his league when it comes to size and power. Initially, Canelo dismissed Crawford's overtures for a fight outright. He even suggested that Crawford should first face Teofimo Lopez, a proposal many viewed as a diversionary tactic to avoid a direct confrontation with the undefeated Crawford. Nevertheless, Crawford refused to back down, and as calls for the fight grew louder from fans and analysts alike, the pressure on Canelo intensified. Crawford's relentless pursuit of a fight with Canelo has not gone unnoticed. He has consistently called out the Mexican superstar, emphasizing his desire to face the best in the sport. This demand reached a new level of urgency following Canelo's recent bout against Edgar Berlanga. In a match that many expected to be a straightforward win for Canelo, the fight turned out to be anything but predictable. Berlanga, an undefeated fighter, was viewed as a heavy underdog against Canelo, yet he proved to be a formidable opponent. The fight started as anticipated, with Canelo establishing his dominance early on. He landed a clean left hook in the 3rd round that sent Berlanga crashing to the canvas, leading many to believe a quick knockout was imminent. However, Berlanga demonstrated remarkable resilience, getting back to his feet and continuing to fight with tenacity. Although Canelo ultimately won the match via a majority decision, the fact that Berlanga managed to go the full 12 rounds raised questions about Canelo's current form. This fight marked Canelo's 5th consecutive outing without a knockout, sparking speculation among fans and pundits alike regarding whether he has lost some of his finishing power. Canelo connected with nearly 50% of his power punches, underscoring his skill and dominance. However, the inability to stop Berlanga, who many felt was not on the same level, fueled discussions about his future and the potential for a fight with Crawford. While Canelo's loyal supporters remained steadfast, doubts began to surface regarding his ability to put away tough opponents. Following the fight, Canelo quickly shifted his attention to potential future opponents, including the ever-persistent Terence Crawford. Initially, Canelo's refusal to discuss a possible matchup with Crawford reinforced his earlier dismissal of the fight. Yet behind the scenes, there were signs of a shift. The financial offer for a Crawford bout had reportedly increased significantly, creating new interest in the possibility of the fight. Canelo had previously faced criticism for the substantial purse he demanded, which had deterred negotiations. But after his performance against Berlanga, it seemed as if Canelo's team began to reassess the situation. Some analysts speculated that Canelo's inability to deliver a knockout could have influenced their belief that Crawford might actually pose a legitimate threat, prompting a reevaluation of the financial terms for a potential fight. As one of the highest paid athletes in the world, Canelo's decisions are often heavily influenced by financial incentives. With the monetary aspect of a Crawford fight now appearing more attractive, Canelo finally started to entertain the idea of facing Crawford, albeit with one crucial condition. The financial terms had to be favorable. Given Canelo's star power and ability to draw significant paydays, this demand was hardly surprising. For Crawford, this development represents the break he has been waiting for. His determination to face the best fighters in the sport is evident, and the potential clash with Canelo could be the ultimate legacy fight for him. Moving up 3 divisions to face one of boxing's most recognized champions offers Crawford a unique opportunity to elevate his status and demonstrate his skills against a formidable opponent. The possibility of 2 undisputed champions from different weight classes